Good morning, Year 5 and Year 6. I'm going to be doing maths with you today, and we are all going to be revising how to convert fractions between mixed and improper. So, first of all, pause your screen because you have 5 questions to complete for your fast 5. I'm going to go through the answers, so make sure you've paused and had to go on some paper first. Okay, ready to go through the answers. So question number 1, 4 take away 7. Now this is going to go into the negative numbers. If we're starting with positive 4 and we are jumping back 7, 0 being here, that would be -4, but we want another 3, which would land us on -3. Subtraction, so you should stack your numbers up. I'm just going to use my mouse to do that. 3 take away 3 is nothing. 7 take away 9 we cannot do, so we go next door and we regroup a 10. 17 take away 9 is 8. 1 take away 2 we also cannot do, so we go next door, get 10 more. 11 take away 2 is 9, and then the 7 take away nothing would be 7. So 7, 9, 8, 0. Sorry, that's a bit messy. Okay, 8 squared does not mean 8 times 2, it means 8 times 8, which is 64. Okay, I'm going to do it here. Moving into our long multiplication, 2-digit times 2 digits. Set your question out, double line, single line, put your placeholder straight in. 9 times 8 would be 72. 9 times 2 is 18, but add the 2 would make it 20. 1 times 8 here and 1 times 2 here. So we've got 2 add nothing is 2. 0 add 8 is 8, and 2 add 2 is 4. Let's just pop that in there. And finally, so you need to make sure that you have stacked up your numbers. Hold on, I've just realized I've done something wrong there. 9 times 8 is 72. I was just looking at that number thinking it doesn't seem big enough. Let's revise that. Let's go back. This is a good checking method I use there, thinking that number doesn't quite look big enough. That wasn't a 2. It's because my numbers are so tiny. 72, sorry. Then 9 times 2 is 18, but add the 7 would be 25. Forgive me, everyone. There we are. I'm back on track. That was 8 and that was 2. Right, let me re-add those. 2 add nothing. 5 add 8 is 13. And 2 add the 1 is 5. There we go. 5, 3, 2. That seems a bit better. Always check. And lastly, 6 add 9 would be 15, and they did not write the regrouping down, so you need to, because then 5 add something, add the 1 would have to be, it's going to have to be 11. And actually I can think, well, easily 5 add 5 is 10, add the 1 would be 11. And then this one here, something add 8, add 1 is something ending in a 3, which would have to be 13. So something add 8, add 1 is 13. So we could do 4 add 8, add the 1 is 13, and then that would make sense. Okay, your starter is going to be, actually I'll do it straight on here, sorting all of these into proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed numbers. So pause the screen here, and I'm going to be dragging them in just a moment. So have a go at thinking what proper fractions are, improper fractions, and mixed numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start dragging these in. Proper fractions are where the denominator is smaller than the numerator is smaller than the denominator. I can't do 2 things at once. Let me see if there's any more. This one. Improper is where our numerator is bigger than the denominator. So that's those. And then a mixed number is where we have a whole number and a fraction. So hopefully you got those correct. What we are revising today is moving between mixed numbers and improper fractions. So here's a bit of a revision. Kate, Ayana, and Nina share a pizza. They eat 4/3. So here they are, the 4/3. 4/3 as an improper fraction, top-heavy fraction, sometimes it's called, could be written as 1 whole pizza, that was 3 of the thirds, and then 1/3 left over, 1 1/3. So as our numbers with no pictures, we've got 4/3 is equal to 1 1/3. 4/3 is equal to 1 1/3. Let's look at 13 over 6 this time as a mixed number. Now, if we had all of our six drawn out, we would be able to see how many of those would give us wholes. So if I count 13 of those, you might start counting in sixes. 6, 12, that's going to be 2 wholes with 1 left over. So 2 wholes with 1/6. You'll notice the sixths never change. There were 6 here, 6 here, and 1 out of 6. The denominator hasn't changed. Okay, now let's have a look again. 16/5. So I'll pause there. If you want to use the pictures, that's fine. And if you want to try it without the pictures, you can also do that. I'm going to start colouring in 16/5. That's 15. 16/5, which gave me 3 wholes and 1/5 left over. Okay, no drawing this time. We need to think about the fact, how many 6s go into 13? 2 whole groups of 6 and 1 left over. So this is the way you are going to do it when you are, oops, that's going the other way, when you are taking a improper fraction to a whole fraction. Now let's go the other way. This time we've got a mixed number. So let's get our pizzas out again. There are 3 wholes, that's that big number, 3 whole pizzas, and there are 4 fifths. So that means all of them are in fifths, even the 3 wholes. All we need to do is work out how many fifths altogether for our improper fraction. So there's 1 whole, 2 wholes, 3 wholes, and the 4 fifths, which could be written as 5 fifths here, 5 fifths here, 5 fifths here, and then the 4 fifths. So if we count that up, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 fifths altogether. Okay, so mathematically, we would have done the big number, the whole number, times the denominator, then add the leftover pieces. So times the big number, add the leftover pieces, which gives us 19. Again, the denominator never changes, so that's the same. So we won't do all of these. Let's just do 1 or 2 together. I'm going to choose this one here. 4 and 4/7. So the steps were whole number times the denominator, 4 times 7, 7, 14, 21, 28. Add the remaining 4 would give you 32, and it would be over 7. Okay, opportunity for you to try some now. So on My Maths, I have set you a homework. You can also re-watch that lesson if you'd like another go. Pause the screen here if you want to refer back to the steps. This is going from mixed to improper, and these are the steps from improper to mixed. Remember, 1, we are timesing the whole number by the denominator, then adding the leftovers. And 1, we are asking ourselves, how many times does the denominator go into the numerator, and then what is left over? So your task for maths is on My Maths. There are 2 assignments to do, and I will see your answers from there. So thank you, Year 5 and 6. Happy revision, and I look forward to seeing your results.